All right.
5 years ago, a man's fantasy became reality in a form never seen before, a giant cooking arena, the Kitchen Stadium. The motivation for spending his fortune to create Kitchen Stadium was to encounter new original cuisines, which could be called true artistic creations. To
There we
realize
go.
his dream, he
Nice.
first secretly started selecting the top chefs of various styles of cooking. And he named his men the Iron Chefs, the invincible men of culinary skills. Iron Chef Japanese is Masaharu Morimoto. Iron Chef French is Hiroyuki Sakai. Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi. And Masahiko Kobe is Iron Chef Italian. The Kitchen Stadium is the arena where Iron Chefs await the challenges of master chefs from around the
There
world.
we go.
Both
Just
the
gotta
Iron
check my
Chef
stream
and
real
challenger
quick.
have 1 hour
Ooh.
to tackle the theme ingredient of the day. Using all their senses, skills, creativity, they're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before.
There we go.
And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she will gain the people's ovation and fame forever. But this man has even bigger dreams. Yes, he is on a quest to see and experience more from around the world. In Paris,
Hey.
in Beijing, in Hong Kong and other exotic locales. Kitchen Stadium is the arena where you will meet the master chefs from around the world and their artistic creations. What inspiration will today's challenger bring, and how will the Iron Chef fight back?
All right,
The
let's get
game
going.
will be on.
If memory serves me right, Meiji Kinenkan is one of the top bridal halls in Japan. As the oldest hall of its kind, it has led the traditions of wedding styles in Japan. To commemorate its 50th anniversary, a major project is underway. An upgrade of its banquet menu, offering top quality Chinese cuisine from its new restaurant. While
One
many
second,
others are
guys.
striving to do the same, top-notch chefs are a rare commodity. Luckily, they succeeded in hiring one of the best in the country. And to welcome the Grand Chef, they quickly renovated the design of their kitchen, adding a 40,000 kilocalorie stove, the largest in Japan.
Oh, nice. I can catch
also
flounder
including
now.
a very rare Shanghai oven. This is the man who made them.
I
bend
love
over
OG Iron
backwards.
Chef.
We shall see just how good he is. Today's challenger, the maestro of Cantonese cooking from Meiji Kinenkan Master Chef Shuzo Shimokawa. He started his career at age 20. Later, he apprenticed under the Cantonese heavyweight Tang Hikoaki for 12 years, eventually becoming his right-hand man. During those days, he handled major banquets
Back to
for over
flounders.
1,000 guests. So you can understand why Meiji Kinenkan wanted him desperately for their first Chinese master chef.
Nowadays, you just cannot find a master chef at his age who has the experience of handling major banquets as well as serving gourmets that come to top restaurants.
Shimokawa's works
Man,
are magical
the
culinary
production of this is
creations
amazing.
that match modern tastes, taking in new trends from mainland China. So now, Shimokawa, show us the sophisticated skills that made Meiji Kinenkan bow down and bend over backwards.
I'm here to win, of course. I'm here to win.
These dubs, man. Yes, the epic music. Yes. Dude, his fits on point.
結婚式場が満を持してオープンさせた瞬間よりその味を任されている広東料理のサラブレッドがやってまいりますさあ皆さん大きな拍手でお迎えください明治記念館竹林料理長下川修人
Yes.
In the kitchen stadium, the man who's the master
It's like
chef
real
of
life anime.
Kinencon, the top bridal hall in Japan with 170,000 weddings in its 51-year history. And Shimokawa's mentor, Tan Hikoaki, is looking on from the royal box.
Thank you.
I
Dude,
do
where's his
handle
mic?
banquets, yes, but taste has nothing to do with the number of tasters. Thank you.
Damn, what a Chad.
それでは
Taste has nothing to do with the number of tasters.
うちの鉄人を読み上げあいやっしゃ
Who's he gonna pick?
Defenders of Kitchen
Cantonese?
Stadium, the Iron Chefs. Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi, Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, and Iron Chef Japanese Masaharu Morimoto. The recipes they create break new ground in Japan's culinary field.
I'm almost at 69.
誰と戦いますか
I want Sakai-san!
Wow, what a call! He's already
Ooh,
surprised us. A Chinese
French.
versus French cross cuisine battle. It'll be Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai. He's won a huge following for his sophisticated cooking techniques, and his sense of color in his dishes has earned him the moniker the Delacroix of French cuisine. Today, challenged by a Cantonese chef who's eager to drop him to the floor. Pressure? You better believe it.
究極の中華スープには欠かせないと言われるあの今話題のハム今日はそのハムだけではなく
は
その元になる豚の
It's hum.
料理それでは発表します今日のテーマはこれです
Okay. Hmm.
今日のテーマは金華ハムと金華豚
Dang, Jinhua ham.
Chinois pork. If memory serves me right, it comes from a rare breed of Chinese pig. With only 100 purebreds left in Japan, its meat and fat are very sweet. The ham made from this pork takes 3 years to mature, thus enabling the very best soup stock to be made.
Oh my goodness, that sounds so
Rulers
good.
of the Qing dynasty fell in love with the soup, Jianglongdi's soup. So now, you two chefs, stretch your creativity and do justice to the ultimate pork.
Challenger Shimokawa, one of the foremost Cantonese cuisine chefs in the country, working at Japan's top bridal hall with his mentor and other chefs looking on, he'll battle Iron Chef French Sakai. Today's theme, Chinois pork, gives him a leg up on Sakai and really puts the Iron Chef under the gun. How does the battle unfold? Opening gong sounds in the Chinois pork battle. Chinese versus French, a cross-cuisine affair. Sakai in another exceptional meat battle, his second straight following the Mishima beef battle which he won. Will he be able to capture this one as well? Both men up at the ingredient stand. Right there, Hattori, a picture of the Chinois pig above the cuts of pork available for the chefs.
Right, it has a black head and black hindquarters. It's a fairly small pig, and with much more fat than ordinary pigs, but their meat is quite aromatic and also sweet.
Much more fat, you say.
Yes, and that's what makes this pork rare. And right here, now this is the ham made from it.
Okay,
And you
up
use
close.
this for making soup. and it's really the best soup stock there is, and it's one of the most critical elements used in high-class Cantonese cuisine.
Now, for example,
Ooh.
that would be the stock for Shantan soup.
Right, but there is another one, an even better one, which I'm hoping the challenger will prepare for us today. We can always hope.
That
It's called
is?
Din Tan, and it's really the ultimate soup.
Wow. Okay, well, let's see if he comes up with it.
Ooh.
The challenger Shimokawa, and he grants your wish.
Kusan,
Go ahead, Oka.
reporting from the Iron Chef side, Chef Sakai says,
I love this guy.
"I've never
Kusan.
used this kind of pork before, and he doesn't seem to be a
Remember?
very happy camper right now."
All right,
When a
well, up
nostalgia
against the
trip.
top gun in Cantonese cuisine, and he's never even handled the theme ingredient. That's pressure with the capital P. So we can already sense this will be an intriguing affair. And before we go any further, let's introduce our guests, among the luckier ones to be here today for this battle.
I feel lucky.
You should. You folks really hit the tasting jackpot. This, the finest of Chinese pork. First, actress Keiko Masuda.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, Masuda-san, have you ever tasted this Chinhua pork before? Well,
No, I didn't even know the name Xinhua pork.
never even heard of it, huh? Okay. Well, how about Chinhua ham?
That I've heard the name of, but I never had it, no.
All right, well, you're in store for a treat
Yes,
today.
and I also heard that this comes from Shizuoka.
Shizuoka. Is that so, Hattori?
Yeah, right. The pork comes from Shizuoka, but the ham comes from mainland China, Zhejiang province.
All right.
I see. I was also raised in Shizuoka, so.
So, thanks for
My
coming.
pleasure.
Also, actor Tsurutaro
Pleasure to be
Katoka.
here.
They tell me that one Chinhua pig is worth the same as one Japanese bull. You know that?
That expensive, huh?
So it's like winning the lottery today for the tasters.
It's the first time I've ever heard the name Chinhua ham.
That's so?
Really, I've never heard of Chinhua pork either, so I'm really looking forward to the tasting today.
As well you should. Again, thanks for coming in.
It's my pleasure.
I never
Now,
had this
back to
either.
battle. Today's challenger employed
I'm
by
Chinese. What's going
KGK,
on?
The oldest bridal hall in Japan. More than 170,000 couples.
What's
have
up with
tied
this
the knot
pork?
there since it
I'm
opened in
missing out.
1947. And Shimokawa is the master chef of the hall's Chinese restaurant, which handles all the Chinese cuisine banquets for the receptions there. And up in the royal box, I assume
Man, this
several of the
game
men are from the
has
management
me
of
going
KGK, huh?
from the flounders to the
Okay, and on
eels
the
to
other
the
side of the
pufferfish. I
box,
think the
we
next
see some
level
of
is
the
going to be a little
heavyweights of
different.
Cantonese cuisine in Japan. Of the three in the front, to the left is Tan Hikoaki, the master chef of Rikyu in Akasaka. He's Shimokawa's mentor. And in the middle is the man you might remember, Leon Shiking from Hotel Nikko Tokyo. He won that tremendous overtime battle against Iron Chef Chen Kenichi. And the third one to the right is another master chef, Zen Zhaoming from Kyoken in Yokohama, and he's also quite active in Chinese cuisine circles, creating several new dishes grounded in pork. Probably wishes he had an opportunity to work with today's theme ingredient. Probably tough on all three just to watch this match.
Okay, now check this out. He's using a pressure cooker here. Now he's going to try to make it tender before braising the pork.
Kusan,
Yes.
the Iron Chef is using his pressure cooker for a portion of the pork known as pig trotters, basically pig's feet.
Okay.
And he's tied them with string and added white wine.
Well,
Okay.
a curious way to cook trotters. Whoa, usually you eat them with vinegar and miso.
Really?
And for Kusan,
Yes.
That
the
sounds
Iron
good,
Chef just
vinegar and
tasted the
miso.
Xinhua ham
Yeah,
and said,
pig
"Whoa,
feet.
that's salty. How on earth do you make soup out of that?"
That's salty, says Sakai.
Well, yes, it is. In the past, what they did is they kept it packed in salt for 3 years.
How do
in a
you,
50-foot
you just
bowl.
use it?
And that was to mature the ham. Okay,
Dude,
check out the
trust, it's gonna be
challenger now.
good.
He also has the pork in a pot.
Oh, that looks
with
so
rock sugar
good.
and Xinhua ham.
Huh. Rock sugar, this on the challenger side.
Yes, right.
Well, what's Shimokawa's idea here with the sugar?
Well, he's trying to pull out the flavor from the Xinhua ham.
And
It's-
the rock
it's a
sugar
staple
will do that.
in Cantonese
and
cuisine,
for our
Chinese
benefit
cuisine,
to
rock
see what
sugar.
It tastes like, we do have some pieces of Chinhua pork.
Actually, this is ham.
Okay, the ham rather, but the premium Chinhua ham.
Actually, it's the
Why don't
ham.
we try some? Now, as Sakai said, it should be quite salty.
Very salty.
But actually, it's the saltiness is what makes the soup perfect if done right.
Okay. Well, how about it?
Let's give it a try.
The Iron
It's
Chef
beef
says
jerky.
it's almost too salty to deal with. Is he right? Let's find out. They say the ham is salty and the meat tastes sweet. Well, tell us. How about it?
This
All right,
is
it is.
salt. It's really salty, uh-huh.
It's like very salty bacon in a way.
Okay, it is.
Ooh,
and now on the Iron
raisins?
Chef side, up
Okay,
close there.
there's some prunes, yeah.
Prunes.
Healthy choice by Sakai.
And it's good for the digestion as well, huh?
Kusan,
No, I'd say it's a good choice for the pork.
Go ahead, Ota. Sorry to interrupt. The meat that the Iron Chef is now using
Damn,
is
my
the
dad's
thigh
still
of the pork.
up.
Sizable portion. And
Go to
he's
sleep.
added
It's like
some-
pineapple here.
That's
in
right. it is
Japan right
pineapple,
now.
And in another frying pan, he's using the
3
meat from the
p.m. our
shoulder
time
blade.
is like middle of the
Okay,
night.
there it's got that sizzle like a steak in the frying pan, charred on the
It's looking
surface.
good.
And right there, pork legs smothered in a
Yes.
pineapple sauce with
The
prunes.
Yeah, it
sweetness
looks almost
should accentuate
tropical.
the pork here.
Yeah, it'll be an exotic taste.
For sure, a taste from the tropics may be in the offing here by the Iron Chef.
And Fukusan,
Take it.
the Iron Chef has now mixed soy sauce, cooking sake, and regular sake in a bowl, and he's also added ginger to that.
Okay, and he's
Oh,
now
like
splashing that
seafood,
onto the
yeah.
dish.
15 minutes have
And now we're on the challenger side. What's this?
He's using winter melon.
Right, very
It's
nice.
refreshing, yeah, and soothing.
He's got them hollowed out. Yes, go.
I asked the Iron Chef about the item with the crushed pineapple on it, and he said I tried something similar in Thai food the other day, and it was really good. I got the hint from that, so Hattori-san, you were exactly right.
Yeah, no, I thought there was a touch of Thai.
Doc,
in
you
that, yeah.
nailed that one. Good call. Inspired by a dish he had in Thailand. Wish
Yeah.
I'd been there.
Well, they do that a lot over there.
Okay, and now over on the Iron Chef side, his rice cooker is steaming.
Fukusan,
Yes, go ahead.
this rice cooker contains rice, of course, but it also contains various kinds of
Okay.
mushrooms for flavoring. Maitake mushrooms, brown mushrooms, white mushrooms.
A combination of different mushrooms.
Yes, that's right.
Mushroom and rice combo.
Well, what about the broth, folks? We don't know what kind
Let's
of
go
broth
get
he's
that
adding in
yellow
there.
tail.
Yeah,
now.
you'd think that he has some kind of broth in it, that's for sure.
Okay, well, we'll find that out a little bit
And
later on.
Fukusan,
Take it.
you'll notice over here that the Iron Chef's ice cream machine has been put into action now.
Yes.
Inside, he's got a combination of vodka, jasmine tea, sugar, and pepper.
Okay, that'll be a dessert, and there's a replay right
Yeah,
there
of
of the
course.
mixture going in. And here's a switch. Where's the pork?
Well, that's going to be the question. But right now, if we turn over to the challenger side, he's now using some orange peel.
Fukusan,
Yes.
this glaze that looks almost like marmalade jam that he's using is vinegar, honey, and chenpi.
Ooh, vinegar.
Okay, chenpi is a generic term for dried citrus peel for flavoring.
Thank you. So the challenger's applying this vinegar, honey, and chenpi paste onto the pork.
Yeah, it sounds like a sweet dish here.
Yes, uh-huh.
And now checking the clock.
Oh, that's gonna be
about
so
20
good. That
minutes
vinegar
gone,
is gonna
a
make
third of
that
the
skin
way into this
crispy.
one.
Now, I see the Iron Chef working on the fillet of pork.
Okay.
And, well, these are prawns, obviously, but what's this, I wonder?
Sakai using prawns.
Okay,
No, they
let
look
me.
like the type of prawns with the really long claws. Yeah, and he also
Might
has,
be
I
somewhere
think it's
here.
basil in there.
But what a combo. Ham and
Right,
prawns.
Okay, and using the fat of the
Yeah,
ham.
the fat of the ham.
Trying to add the flavor of the fat from the inside.
Yeah, it's the same process like when you wrap something in cheese.
Okay, and we'd look for him to perhaps grill these.
It looks so good.
Okay, now check this out. He's got that netting of fat out again. He does this a lot.
A big one.
Now, the challenger is working on the
Okay, I
mixed
think I know
pork,
where it is.
and he's going to stuff something into this. What? Oh, okay. It's going to be the Kinogatsu mushrooms.
Okay, right here, this from the challenger, Shimokawa.
Yeah, Kinogatsu mushrooms. These, after frying, will be quite crispy, and it'll be a really nice texture.
And minced pork right there.
Fukusan.
getting stuffed in
Yeah,
the
like a
mushrooms.
sausage.
Yes.
Here's the list of ingredients that the Challenger is using for stuffing. Diced
Okay.
leg meat, pepper, water that was flavored with ginger, scallions, cornstarch, and minced quinoa pork. He did the blending in the blender and is now stuffing the mixture into these long
He went the
mushrooms.
whole 9 yards with that.
Okay, Katoka-san, how do you think he's going to cook this one?
Oh, tough question. No pop quizzes for me, please.
Well, he's got some strings. He's
Why does he have the aluminum foil at the ends only?
Yes.
Okay,
Good
well,
observation,
that is the
Kantoka-san.
question here.
We'll try to find out why does he have foil at the ends of these.
Right, yeah.
Okay, now let's go back to the challenger side.
He's putting them into the
Into the
window.
winter melon, yes.
A soup, perhaps?
Well, that's about the only thing I can think of. Yeah, would be a soup.
Fukusan,
Go.
to answer your question about the items that the Iron Chef has tied with string, the ones with the tinfoil on the ends, the reason why he did that, he says, is to protect the ends that tend to char quicker. He wraps the ends to keep them as tender as the middle portion.
Okay, that's a smart way of doing
The
things.
edges tend to char faster. Wow, you'd have to be a pro to have detail like that down. That's what separates the men from the boys as far as the cooking goes.
Yeah, the way he was knitting the strings was interesting to watch.
Sure, Sakai at work. Professional.
30 minutes have elapsed.
All right, into the battle. 30 minutes gone, 30 minutes left in the Chinhua pork and ham battle. here.
Fukusan,
Yes, go
I've
ahead.
got a follow-up on that glazed mixture of vinegar, honey, and chenpi that the Challenger was
Yeah, let's
roasting.
kill a couple
A moment ago.
ghouls.
He's now roasting that, and the Challenger told me that that's a traditional Chinese dish usually used for special occasions like wedding bangers.
Well,
Huh. And it cooks up rather nicely, as we just saw there. Challenger Shimokawa in his element now. Traditional Chinese cooking for a wedding banquet dish. He's been handed a dream theme ingredient today, and he's making the most of it, running with it all the way.
Now, I wonder if he serves this at his place for banquets.
Not sure about that. It is said in the past Japanese people didn't really go for Chinese food at wedding banquets, but that's changed, and nowadays wedding parties are asking for Chinese dishes in bunches, especially the more modern ones.
Well, that's really no surprise.
And that's why Meiji Kininkan is trying to lead the way, having Shimokawa in charge of the hall's Chinese kitchen as well as the Chinese restaurant they have there. Now anyone can go in and check it out. You don't have to be part of a wedding party to enjoy the cooking.
Kuzan?
Yes.
I told the Iron Chef that the Challenger is preparing some dishes used for weddings and bridal banquets, and he said, I know that they handle 450 ceremonies a year, but hey, we serve 150 couples a year ourselves at my restaurant.
Right. It's becoming popular in Japan for couples to hold wedding ceremonies at restaurants these days. Ceremonies, receptions, banquets.
Yeah, well, that is the recent trend. Many people go to restaurants. They like the atmosphere, kind of like a private party rather than going to a hotel for a more impersonal package deal.
So in that sense, Sakai's restaurant and Meiji Kininkan have a little bit more on the line today.
Okay, now what's this here?
Oh, the soup.
Yes, into the winter melon.
Okay, now he's
so
pouring
good.
the din tan, which is the ultimate soup, into the winter melon here.
Boy, it appears to be a really healthy looking
Perfect
dish.
for summer.
Yeah, well, it cools your body when you have it in the summer. That's what winter melon can do. It's one of the effects.
All right.
Kuzan?
Yes.
I just got some
Oh, it's
comments
right
from
here.
Chef Tan in the Royal Box, who
Okay.
thinks that the Challenger, his ex-apprentice, is very cool and controlled today, but maybe a little tough on his assistants at times, and he hopes that they'll understand.
Okay, thanks Okta. Comments from Tan Hikoaki, a leading figure in Cantonese cooking in Japan and the Challenger's mentor, as noted before. Also in the Royal Box, we have the Challenger's family. The entire family, I believe, are there. Watching him, there's wife Naomi, excited, what do you think? And the couple's 3 children up in the Royal Box. Now look, the Iron Chef. He's pulled out a wok, a Chinese frying pan for this.
Oh, what's he gonna do, I wonder?
Sheet of aluminum foil there and
Okay, this is easy.
He's smoking the pork.
Right. Smoking the pork, and now you'll want to check this out over here from the Challenger. Unusual, actually.
He's putting something in the lettuce.
Pushing the pieces of the Chinois ham, into the head of lettuce.
After this, what does he do with it?
Boil it or steam it?
Well, Cantonese cuisine uses a lot of vegetables prepared in a subtle manner. This should be quite delicious.
Okay.
Oh, and some mustard.
I can smell it from
You're
here.
right. Yes, you're right about that. We can smell it all the way over here.
This alone is looking so good.
Yeah, boy.
Looks so
Check that out.
good. The scallions also look great.
Well, Iron Chef Sakai never compromises in his flavoring. He combines many different flavors in a really quite clever way.
That's right, and he's doing so today.
Kuzan?
Yes.
The Challenger
right.
has the winter melons in his steamer.
We
and he
found the
says that
yellowtails.
He sees too many chefs these days opening their steamers too many times to check things out. That's a big no-no. He says, I never open mine until it's completely finished. That's Master Chef Tan's way, and that's the right way. Back to you.
All right, I guess we won't be getting any peek into the steamer.
No.
And
I mean,
my, look
yeah,
at
that's
that.
absolutely
The Iron
right.
Chef.
A
Pineapple?
dish with pineapples and prunes.
Do you think he's cooked it enough?
Boy, look at that. It's charred all over. I hope this is okay. I mean, the way he
That
wanted
looks
it.
This
so
is the way he
good.
wants it, right? Or could
Yeah,
he
that
possibly
looks
have, messed
incredible.
up and overcooked it? Well, we'll just have to find out. How about it, Doc? What do you think?
Well, to me, it's charred too much, but I think he'll be able to control that, and he's actually doing that right now. The Iron Chef is really skilled.
Yes.
He just checked out the taste of the dish and said it's absolutely perfect.
That's interesting.
Okay, so it was his intentional
Yeah,
act?
you guys don't know how to cook, okay?
It was burned.
Yeah, well, that's the way he
Don't
wants it.
worry. Don't worry, he's
15 minutes
okay.
left now. The
He's an Iron Chef.
So good.
Now, I believe he's going to add pork already flavored to this somehow.
What are you saying? Sort of like fried rice, Doc?
No, he won't cook it together. He'll just mix them or combine them somehow.
All right, now over on the Challenger side, Shimokawa scraping something from the wok.
Okay, now he's going to wrap
He
these.
cut the meat into little blocks.
Meat from the leg of the pork, as I recall.
Kuzan?
Yes.
The Challenger is now wrapping some
Damn, this
things
making me
that include
hungry.
rice, pork, cornstarch, salt and pepper, and fried eggs. And it's also been flavored with, let me get my list of ingredients here. Oyster sauce, Chinese soy sauce, Chinese rice wine, Shanghai soup stock, and peppercorn.
Wow, almost a dozen items.
Okay.
And it
here
almost
we
looks
go.
like a French dish, too, by the Cantonese
Yeah.
cuisine king.
Now, if we can switch over, look at this. Here comes the pressure cooker.
Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
This just out of the pressure cooker, a combination of pig trotters and boiled pork belly flavored with South African tea, veal stock, various mushrooms, and chinois ham.
Great.
I second that. Looks wonderful.
Katoka-san, an eye-opener here, a new way to enjoy pig trotters, don't you think?
Yeah, really. This is so luxurious. The gelatin inside should taste awesome. I just can't wait.
Do you like trotters?
Yeah, it's great.
Now, maybe he would mince these and mix them into the rice he just finished.
Maybe you're right.
Okay, and now from the challenger side, look, the grilled one's done.
Okay, the one flavored with orange peel and tahini.
Yes, and chen pea in the paste. Go ahead, Ota.
I asked the challenger why he had to glaze the orange peel sauce on so many times, and he said, well, you have to do that in order to make this dish perfect. In this one, too much or too many times is a good thing.
Okay, and he said this is the one for the traditional wedding banquet.
Right, that's right.
All right,
Yes.
he's giving it extra TLC to this one. It looks wonderful. And now we're going to switch back over to the Iron Chef side, Masuda-san. He did have rice,
That's
right?
right, yes, he did.
Okay, yes, there it
Dude,
is.
I feel like it's Challenger. I'm putting $100 on Challenger right
Mix
now.
them. He just put them on the rice here.
I could just eat it like this.
How much longer do we have to wait?
It's looking so good.
And the soup is flavored with chinois ham. All right, swinging back to the challenger side, this is,
The pressure cooker here.
yes, now I recall both employ pressure cookers. What's inside here?
Squeeze-on.
Ask and you shall receive. Go, Ota.
That's right. Inside the pressure cooker, the Challenger has pork belly flavored with regular and Chinese soy sauce, chinois ham, rock sugar, Chinese rice wine, ginger scallions, shallots, and shantan soup stock.
Wow, and it also has cinnamon and star anise in it.
Yes, that's right.
A standardized version of a stew here.
Right, exactly.
A Chinese-style stew, chinois ham stew, we'll call it for now, okay?
Oh, now look here. The Iron Chef
He's
is slicing the
cutting it,
smoked pork.
This was the smoked one.
Oh, it looks so nice.
Oh, it looks perfect, doesn't it?
Wow. Just from the appearance, it looks like he perfectly cooked it.
Just
The
right.
color tells us that. You can tell.
Okay, back with Challenger Shimokawa, less than 5 minutes, and finally he's opened the steamer containing the ultimate soup. He wouldn't let anyone get a peek at it. Chinois ham soup served in winter melon bowls.
Oh, boy.
Hattori, you wanted it, and we've got it. We'll see how it turned out.
Squeeze-on.
Yes.
Hey, you still can't see the soup, but can you see these paper sheets that are covering the top of the winter melon?
Yes.
He said that these will be left there to keep the aroma inside until the moment they are served to the panel.
That's clever.
And he added, they turned out great.
Great. Okay, however, we'll let the tasters judge that for themselves.
All right, now if you look over here, you'll see the rolls are being
Nice.
finished.
Look
And
at
he has
that.
prawns inside the pork.
The Iron Chef
Texture
slicing
should be
them.
very nice, too.
Two types of textures, prepared with great care. Sakai wrapping aluminum foil around the ends of the rolls so that they receive an even distribution of heat in the oven, and then placed open end down onto the sauce.
Okay, now the Challenger is
Oh,
also...
I see what he's up to.
Oh, sorry, this is the Iron
Yes.
Chef side. Boy, this looks so good.
Prawns wrapped in chinois pork placed onto a red sauce, a red carpet treatment for this dish right here. Iron Chef Sakai.
Squeeze-on.
Yes.
The Challenger just opened his pressure cooker dish, tasted it, and said, this one is also fabulous. It just doesn't get any better than this.
Another fabulous one, he says.
Okay, well, the items he's putting around it are blocks of chinois ham and the portions with skin. So this should taste fantastic. The
Oh,
saltiness
right.
is now just right after it has flavored the meat. I think you can probably eat the ham just as is.
Okay, and now, oh, the
Ooh.
Iron Chef is here.
Boy, totally black.
No.
Okay, buddy.
He's after here.
Oh, boy, I'm a little concerned. Yeah, I don't think you can tell me this tastes
That
perfect.
surface is completely charred.
Well, I hear him saying that it's okay, though.
He's probably going to remove the charred portions around it and serve the inside.
Fried dumplings to accompany this one. Okay, 1 minute left. The final 60 seconds coming down
Ooh,
the
any
stretch to the
money.
finish line for these two chefs. That is not an appetizing sight right there. But this guy will cut away the charred sections, apparently.
Yeah, it's flavored with pineapple and prunes, so...
Less than 50 seconds left. Cantonese versus French, a cross-cuisine battle today. Now the challengers.
Okay, now this will be sweet and sour with the sauce. This is Cantonese.
Not a Szechuan. Where's the sweet coming from here?
Well, it's, I don't know, almost like a fruit cocktail that he's poured on there, yeah.
Okay, 30 seconds left. It's been
Okay,
quite
I'm
a
gonna do some
battle, an
cooking.
interesting, intriguing matchup, especially technique-wise.
Cooking's
Both
a
men
good way
borrowing a page
to
or two from the other.
get some
The
money.
challenger now finishing up the dish, which is for a traditional wedding banquet.
Actually,
One thing's for
easiest
sure,
way is
Dirty Lizzy
training.
can't blame the choice of the theme ingredient.
What's
He was
my-
given a golden opportunity and ran with it today. 10 seconds. For never having handled the theme ingredient,
She level
Sakai's really
cooking.
been creative with his cooking. Both
Ooh.
men scrambling the last 5 seconds tick down, and that's it. The cooking's done. The Chinwa pork battle is over.
Well done.
Thanks.
How was that hour?
Well, I tried to work
13
less frantically at the beginning,
bacon
but it wasn't
sandwich.
easy.
And how did your dishes turn out?
So I think, but the soup is perfect.
The soup is?
Yes.
So you're confident?
Yes, I am.
So you've beaten the Iron Chef,
Well, you never know about these things, but
but you are confident.
50-50? I don't know.
You had to use an ingredient that you've never used.
I guess I can't use that as an excuse. But honestly, it was tough, I think.
But it all worked out well?
Well, okay, I guess. It's now well up to the judges to decide, not me. Not me.
Challenger Shimokawa is offering 5 dishes. First, Chinwa pork teriyaki, a spin-off of the roast piglet served at wedding ceremonies in China. The paste was applied several times during roasting to perfect the flavor. Second, Qianlong Di's soup, the favorite soup of the 6th emperor of the Qing dynasty. The fat level is just right, making it the ultimate Chinese soup. Third is Chinwa pork in crepe. A combination of crispy fried pork and scallops inside matches nicely with the texture of the crepe. Fourth, braised Chinwa pork, striving for perfection in controlling the balance between the meat and the fat. Star anise and other spices accentuate the overall flavor of this masterpiece. And a thick pork gravy celebrates the meat's flavor. Last is wan lettuce salad. The Chinwa ham is a great match with the lettuce, and a subtle sauce tops it, making this an ideal way to finish the course. The Iron Chef has 6 dishes on offer. First, prawns wrapped in pork fillet. The red bell pepper sauce ties this dish together, and before cooking, the Iron Chef tied foil around the ends of the rolls to cook the meat evenly. Second, braised ribs and trotters. South African tea that breaks down animal fat was used for the meat, which complements the mushroom rice. Third, French-style wonton soup. The sweetness of Chinhua pork is accentuated in this dish, full of herbal flavors. He also added truffles in the wonton. Roast and smoked Chinhua pork. The pork was first sautéed, boiled, then roasted before being smoked with mustard on top. Another dish made with great care. Fifth, pork and pineapple roast. Indeed, the Iron Chef intended to char the surface to this degree. The buckwheat dumplings with Chinhua ham will soak up the thick sauce. This bold dish speaks to Sakai's aggressiveness. Last is jasmine tea sorbet. In this dessert, the shredded and fried ham goes well with the sweetness of the plums.
Okay, let's see. Fried bacon, easy.
Meiji Kinenkan in Tokyo.
Okay,
the
let's
top
see
bridal hall in Japan.
who
Challenger
wins.
Shimokawa, the
Iron
world's
Chef.
master chef in charge of Chinese cuisine banquets and its Chinese restaurant. A Cantonese specialist, he chooses Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai as his opponent. Chairman Kaga unveils the theme
If
ingredient.
you guys are wondering why I'm
Chinhua
looking this
pork and
way,
ham. Advantage
I have the
Shimokawa.
pop-up window here,
The challenger
but I
produces
think I
5
put it up
dishes, 2
here
of them he
for you
calls
guys.
great. Though handicapped by the theme choice, the Iron Chef produces 6 dishes in his defense.
Okay,
And now the
moment.
of
The
tasting and
moment.
judgment. On the panel today are Lower House member Shinichiro Kurimoto, actress Keiko Masuda, actor Tsurutaro Kataoka, and culinary critic Asako Kishi. First, the dishes of Challenger Shimokawa, who prepares servings of the first dish himself.
You've probably seen piglet roast served at wedding banquets in China. That's the idea of my dish here.
I see a lot of fat in it, but it's not greasy at all.
Wait, do you want it
This
greasy?
is so good.
Oh, okay.
When I chew it very slowly, the flavor of the Chinhua pork seeps out of the meat, you know? This is just right. It's a great taste.
It has a chewy texture,
And I think that really helps a dish. You know, you're not attacked by the excess fat at all.
I'm opening it.
Ooh. Wow, this is like being at a temple. Yes, you rub the smoke onto yourself, you know, to cure your illnesses. Yeah.
Wow, this really takes me back somehow.
The saltiness is controlled perfectly. And the flavor of the winter melon and the aroma is fantastic. I know I'm not supposed to keep saying this, but this is great stuff. What else can I say about this? It's just out of this world, you know?
The chefs use a lot of the quinoa ham as soup stock. This shows off the flavor of the ham itself. And surprisingly, it's a sophisticated taste. A fresh taste, so to speak.
I could keep eating this over and over and never get tired of it. Right. And each time I eat it, I'd say it's wonderful.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right, right. Exactly, yes.
First, I felt a little sweetness, and then it was like, oh, this is fat. And further on, I started to enjoy the subtle flavor of the meat. This is just right for me.
I've tasted many dishes before to enjoy the fat, but this is the first one that is so eloquent. This is very good. I'm not sure if I'm praising the pork or the chef. Well, I agree.
Now, Iron Chef Sakai's
He's like,
dishes
damn.
are served to the panel.
We should just got regular pork. What the hell?
Yes. Today I used long-clawed prawns and basil mixed together
Ooh.
with fat from the pork.
He's taken a Chinese ingredient and dragged it into French cuisine. I'm very impressed. This is very impressive, you know?
He has allowed the pork to absorb the flavor of the prawns and added basil. He's prepared it in a nice way. I didn't think of this as pork fillet.
I put them in a pressure cooker with a kind of tea. I added rice to it and tried to arrange it French style.
To be honest, I never really went for pig trotters. But this dish doesn't have that smell or that texture that I dislike. In fact, I finished the trotters first. It was very good.
When you think of pork, pigs is an image, you know, well, you know how they're not
Where's
really
this guy? I need to
clean,
sell
right?
you
But
my
this
food I
pork is
made.
wearing
Oh, there you
tuxedos.
are.
How come this is so fashionable, huh? It's very good. Very nicely presented.
Nice. Okay.
Great.
Let's go ahead
The
and...
sauce you're now tasting is
Should I do these two?
We've been told that this is pork, but, you know, if you weren't, you could say that this is
This
smoked
one's
duck
not
or
worth it.
something.
Oh,
The taste matches so well with
it's
the
just right
sauce.
there.
This is very
Take that
good.
too.
His dishes
Okay.
are all impressive.
Brownies.
That speaks of the path the Iron Chef
So
has
what
walked
did it
on
make?
to
9
become an
sausage
Iron
and
Chef,
mash,
you know? This
8
man is great.
vegetable stews, and 2
Very
gray
delicious.
jelly eels.
Now
Okay,
comes the
pretty
pineapple
easy.
flavored
Let's make
roast.
the
To finish
sausage
with
and
the subtle
mash.
flavor, he's chosen to serve it together with the sorbet.
Oh, I don't know why I
The
clicked
chard
that.
spot, you know,
9
on the
sausage and
surface,
mash.
also makes this dish absolutely
I need
wonderful.
check
The meat
exactly
is
what
fatty.
ingredients I need.
So by eating
Obviously,
the
9
sorbet,
sausages.
you drain
Oh
it
yeah,
down.
it's, you know
can
what?
say
I remember.
You're eating
I'm
a
gonna check
finger bowl.
to be sure. Okay.
This is wonderful. It has a subtle bitterness. It drains the meat and fat from your mouth. Iron Chef is not just a
Kevin.
title. Now I know why.
That's my
He
name.
has used pork, which is not a popular ingredient in French cuisine, in a very creative way, and the order and combination of his dishes was perfect. I'm totally satisfied after trying them.
The verdict, moments away. Both men did very well. Who will get the judge's nod?
You know what? I can do the jellied eels too. I have room for it. 2 gelatins.
その持ち味を
And you get the
それぞれの
eels.
形で表現してくれた2人の料理。
The eels from the Fisher dude.
The top wedding hall in the country dispatching their Chinese cuisine specialist to Kitchen Stadium today, and challenger Shimokawa displaying for all why Meiji Kinenkan pursued him as their master chef. With this theme ingredient suitable for the Qing dynasty, Iron Chef Sakai had to pull out all the stops.
Great jelly
Was it
deals.
enough? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme? The Iron Chef, under the
Oh, the Iron Chef.
Sakai gets the judgment and wins this superb battle. Coming out on
The
top
Iron
of
Chef
commanding
wins.
encounter, cooking with the theme ingredient
I won my
he
bet.
never
Wait, no.
used
Actually, I bet on the
before.
challenger. I'm down
We thought
100.
it might be
No.
but the Iron Chef shows his medal.
Let's go.
Kurimoto 20-17 Iron Chef, Masuda 20-18 Iron Chef, Katoka 20-19 Iron Chef, and Kishi 19-16 Iron Chef makes it a shutout for Sakai.
Damn.
Clean
Clean sweep, bro.
What does this say? That there's no limit to what this man can accomplish anywhere, anytime. Hiroyuki Sakai, simply the Iron Chef.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Brighter Shores and Iron Chef. I had a good time doing this, even though no one tuned in. That's okay. You guys can watch it later. Maybe I'll do more streams like this. Thank you. You guys have a great night. I'm gonna let the credits roll out.